Welcome to Ravens Over. Please go to my channel, also the notification bell, like this video and share. I burn this candle because I give up on the old me. The me of thinking that I could find someone of my soulmate that could love me and treat me in the love and respect I deserve. I learned within my journey, the men that I meet only looks at me as an experiment. I divorced the world of the love that I thought I would have with him. Through my tears that cry behind the eyes finally start to fall in front of my face. I divorced my way of thinking because now I realize that what I want is being used against me. What they want seems to be to their advantage. So I divorce my way of thinking. I divorce it. So I divorce the world of my mind of thinking that we're in the bed having a great time, or even the man that decide he wants to marry me to make him his. I realize I'm nothing but just sex. Sex that's a man that don't seem to really say he wants me. At least use protection, but he don't want to use protection. And I find it just crazy. After all, you say you want to marry me, but guess what? Game on. Now it's time for me to treat you how you
I created this
treat
channel
me.
for people with different
Trenton
support
is
those who
murdered.
support you. There's a PayPal on top.
People
Remember
murdered.
one thing, there are a lot of times people can't stand in the truth, but you find one
Conversation.
that does support them. Make sure
Allies.
they do not fall within a
Instagram on
marginalized
top.
community as not being in existence. And you know
Music.
that they are hard to find people that create a channel that cater to people who
Storyteller.
are different and stand in the truth.
Visionary.
And the allies sit back and say, well, I have no problem with other people.
PayPal.
Let me just stand in here to learn,
Support
and learn.
those
No judgment.
who support you.
I love you.
Stay in your truth. Good morning. It is 8:30. Just woke up. Went on that date, which y'all saw. And it was interesting. Yesterday, did a lot of digging, soul searching and stuff. Always preserve your mental. Only because it's a lot I take into this computer and I analyze, which means I overthink. And by me overthinking all the time, sometimes I think of things I shouldn't be thinking about, you know what I mean? So it becomes very problematic within me. Get my coffee. Oh God, you have no idea. That's why I make it. So, dude came over, which you already knew he did. Y'all saw me on live, and he was trying to convince me that I want to be your man. Y'all ain't got no coffee. I want to be your man. I always feel funny when God say that to me. I always feel like it's like you know how you get a dog. Do you want me to be your owner? So I met him last year. First time. He said I was his first. And you already know how that goes. I'm always everybody's first. And we had conversations. I talk to the guys about a lot of things. I really don't talk about the online stuff only because I don't want to scare them away. But sometimes, Raven, you don't talk to me. Sometimes you just seem so distant. When I'm reporting stories about murderers, you hit me up, hey, can I come see you, me report murders. I know it's not the same, but sometimes you kind of put them the same, if that makes sense, without doing it. purposely. So, I don't understand. This is different. Look, y'all heard this stuff. It's different this time. I'm telling you, I'm not leaving you. I love you. I love you. And then he started. Now, I'm me myself. I love a man that cry over me. If you crying over me, or you up to something. And it's funny because I stayed and I looked at Miss Steph and I was like, you know, somebody start crying and you looking at them, you get quiet, and you feel like they're crying over you, but it's really not really over you, if that makes sense. And I was like, he was like, I want to be with you. I really love you. I think we could be good together. I was like, you love me? You ain't see me in a year. You was coming to see me, coming to give me, and you just couldn't show up. I mean, it was storms, and it was, you got abducted by aliens, you was fine. It's been like a year. It's my job. Okay. You sure you don't want to use the excuse you lost your cell phone? But okay, listen, at this point, I don't even care. I want to be with you, I want to be with you. Okay. I had told him, he said, what are you doing? I said, I was online talking to people, you know, online. I was live. So he was like, oh, okay, what was you talking about? I said, did not debate. I said, should I tell him the truth or should I just say nothing? I said about girls like me being murdered. He said, murdered? This is when I learned you overshare. I said, yeah. She was like, oh, murder for what? I said, I was murdered for standing your truth. Murder for being leaders. Murder for not being in the norm. Murder for men that are cowards. Men that are sneaky. Men that are deceitful. It's just a lot of reasons. Who knows? It's not set in stone. So, we talking and everything. He's like, oh, he talked about that for like 5 seconds. He just got away from it. I guess he didn't want to talk about it. It's uncomfortable. And then we started talking about, you know, I just had a brain fart. Let me tell y'all something. This is off topic. There is a man that's going to be watching this video, somebody I dealt with in the past. And clearly they like to go on my videos and sneak and low-key listen to my videos and listen to who I'm messing with, or I'm dealing with. So hey y'all. You know, the thing is that, anyway, that's what I want to say about that part, because I'm sure I'll get the inbox down like I normally do. I just want to let y'all know that other people actually listening besides I got, you know, mothers live. So, we sat down, we started talking. He showed me pictures of his mother and stuff. And I'm looking at him, I was like, now the weirdest thing with me is like, when I haven't seen you in a long time, if you're a tall person like me, it seems like you've gotten shorter. And when I first saw you, you was cute. And now, you know, what it is. Life is, you can say the same thing about me. So I thought you was beautiful when I first saw you, but how you ugly. But you know, it is what it is. So we started talking and stuff. He showed me pictures of his mother and his father. I said, okay. I showed him pictures of my mother and father. He said, you look just like your father. I said, okay. Is that a crack my face moment? But I was like, you know what? I get told I look like everything under the sun. So for you to say that, I could care less. And I always wondered, was he my real father? But at the end of the day, he's the first guy I think ever told me I look like my father. Most everybody tell me I look like my mother. Y'all won't be seeing that. So, we talked and everything, and he was quiet. Started touching me, you already know. So I'm like, you said you missed me. I know what you miss. You don't miss me. This is all about game. This is all about game. This is why I am the way that I am. It's about game. So, you wanted to see me because you wanted to have sex with me. That's it. No, 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 I really love you. I really want to be with you. You everything I always wanted. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. But I'll play along with you. Hell, I'm a blonde. And I'm going to be the dumbest blonde you ever seen in your life. Remember the roots that's under this blonde wig. It's a black person. I'm not saying blondes are dumb, whatever. For somebody to say, oh, you saying so I'm a dumb blonde. You got what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, fine. So, in the meantime, we are talking. We're sitting here on this couch. And we're talking. And I'm looking at him and he's talking to me. I miss you, baby. Then he goes in for the kiss. And I'm like, this is the thing. At some point, you really get tired of the BS. You're a grown-ass man playing kid games again. And I'm not supposed to know what you're doing. I'm supposed to be dumb-minded to what you're doing. But I'll play along with you, because that's what you want. You want me to play this little game with you. I'll play with you. I'll play with you. So, one thing led to another. Mothers lived. And, so one thing led to another. He said it's going to be different this time. He's not going to leave me anymore. We're going to just, be together. And then we continue to have entanglement. So we have an entanglement. Yes, mother's lived. And the one thing about me, listen, it's a body, honey. I can't take it with me when I'm dying, so I might as well use it the hell while I'm here. So the thing is this. Protection is my pet peeve when it comes to me. This is adult content, so if you're a young kid, please step away from the camera. Okay? You going? This is my thing. If I'm having sex with you, you have to use protection. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to use protection with me. Now, I'm not going to sit back around my halo like a goody, good-toosh, because I'm not. But at the end of the day, if I choose to have sex with you, you have to use protection. And the thing about me is that's very adamant when it comes to me. But for some reason with men and me, that's probably why I don't get much at all. Because men don't want to use protection with me. That's always been my problem. That's probably why when I do have sex, guys are like, well, damn, why is you so, why is it so tight? I can't get in you holding. No. Because y'all don't want to use protection. And we going to be some cracker-lacking people beside it. Because y'all not coming inside of me without protection. It makes me question how many girls are doing it without protection. Because y'all feel like it's okay to do it with me without protection. How many other people you done it with without protection? But that's fear there. But I know when you come to this body, no matter how many bruises, scars, and bleeding things that's in it and out of it, you got to use protection. But I trust you. That's fine. I don't trust you. And then we go, and this is a big problem I have, y'all. Then we go to the part of, I'm going to take it, Raven. So now here it is. I know it's not funny. I'm butt naked, and I'm fighting a man off of me who's trying to go inside of me butt naked. Without protection. So now we're in the bedroom fighting. And at this point, I'm like, get out. I'm not leaving. Now I'm thinking to myself, I said, you do know this is rape, right? Do you really want this to go down the way it's gonna go down? He looks at me. I said, because if I call the cops and they come and get you, your job is gonna be on the line. Because the kind of work you do. I said, then on top of that, you got a police report. And then on top of that, it's going to be the first time I'm going to use, I'm a transgender woman. Oh, I'm going to use it, or you know that, right? Now, I will never say that, but I'm going to use it that time. Oh, and I'm going to give a Dinah Ross performance. I'm going to give it to them. Do you want that? Of course, I'm exaggerating. I didn't say that. This is just a little dramatization for the story. But at the end of the day, no, it wasn't none of that. Because if you know me, I'm be some cracker like I said beside today. But the thing that got me was like, yo, this is not me. Don't do this. But he pushed me down in the bed. This happened to me lots of times with men. They will push me down on the bed, and they will try to go inside me with a condom, and they never end up going inside me because I fight back. You already know I fight back. So the thing about it is that they end up going home at, but he wouldn't leave. We didn't have sex that way. Well, when you said that way, listen, no. No. So the thing is, they like, bitch, you lying. I ain't give no fellatio. I ain't suck nobody pee-bug. You can forget it. Now, if he was a good dude, first of all, I'm not gonna come to goody two shoes. If you're a good dude, you're a good dude. It's not, hell, you could be my husband. Hell, the story you told me that you want to be here with me, it may have been truth. But the thing is, like, we have to see if your words add up to what you're saying. So anyway, we entanglement, we fighting back and forth. He didn't go home after I told him to go home. He's like, I'm gonna stay. He lay next to me and went to sleep. And I told him, he said, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you leave out that door, delete my number. Oh no, I wanna be with you. No, I'm serious. Delete my number. Cause now I don't see you the same way. I feel set up. And all the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is this how y'all kill us? You know, I'm trying to deal with you through raving and not deal with you through hurt, pain, and the deaths of girls I've told stories about. I'm trying to deal with you as if I don't know what I know. I said, just delete my number. Because you are the key man. In case y'all know what I call the key man, the key man is a man that you know if he keep coming around, you're going to kill him. And you know you're going under the prison. Because when you do what you do, you tend to go have you on the top. They're in the division where the lights are off and you underneath it standing in the damn water. Because when you go to work on him, baby, he is going to be mutilated. Anyway, he's the key man. You know, keys. So, to prison. For the ones who can't keep up. So the thing is like, he's like, well, I'm going to tell you just like this. If you don't let me in, I'll sit out in your hallway and I'll just start crying and I'll bang on the door. If they're crazy, I could find them. I want to be with you. He starts crying. What the hell is you crying for? I want to be with you. So I'm thinking, this is what you do. When you get ready to leave, delete my number. Oh, I want to be with you. I don't understand why you're doing it to me. Dude, really? You done came over here, we fighting back and forth on my bed. You trying to go on the side of me without protection and then you can't understand why I'm doing this to you. You're the victim, right? Oh, poor little you, the victim. Y'all came with this victim role stuff you playing, and then here it is. And I know if I was a short little bitty girl like myself, y'all would be done break me 1,000 times because I wouldn't have no strength. And y'all would have beat me up and took it, and then I'd be too embarrassed to tell anybody. But due to the fact that God made me tall, just to be a little bit taller than y'all and a lot more stronger, y'all can't deal with the fact that y'all get your ass handed to you when you deal with me. So if you're a tall girl like me, be thankful for your height, honey, because you save a lot of, you keep a lot of men in some cases. Because remember, even though I'm tall, they still try me. They don't care. So I'm like, all right. You know, the thing is like, he left, of course. He said he was going to call me. He didn't call. And he's gone again. So that seems more accurate. That seems like him. So he's gone. He's disappeared. He hasn't contacted me. He hasn't texted me. He hasn't nothing. He won't. He'll call me in another year. Let me tell you something. Suppose I didn't use protection on him. Suppose I said, okay. Suppose we made love, I guess sex. We had sex. I'm not gonna say make love because I don't love him. I know he don't love me. But you know when you got that good honey baby mutts. But anyway, so suppose we did, and then suppose he gave me a disease. And I'm not talking about HIV. I'm talking about a bunch of other ones as well. Here it is. A man that gave me something. Of course you don't want to say I gave it to him. And then he's gone. But is he really gone? Because now his disease lives in my body. So I guess I always wanted a man. Now his disease stays in my body. So now I got the man in me. From him. So not only me in his body, I'm sharing his blood, his semen, his DNA, his disease is in my body too. So now that I want a man, now I got a man inside of me all the time running through me. That's going to kill me. While other people thought they get killed on the street, I'm getting killed through my body by a man who cried and told me, I love you. And now he's gone. But now I'm sick. I'm just saying, I ain't sick, but I'm saying, now he got me sick. And he's gone. Then what happened when I see him again? You didn't get it from me. Or, I'm sorry. Is there anything I could do to help you? I'm sorry? I know y'all like, well, Raven, you got trust issues. Yeah, I do. He gone. Ain't called me, ain't text me. Am I upset? Absolutely not. Am I salty? Absolutely not. Because when I say mother has lived, that means mother has a lot of deck of cards that's waiting in line. And the thing about it is, I used to want to get married. I used to want a husband. I used to want those things. I used to want to wake up to my boyfriend, laugh, and go to the park. I wanted to, those are canceled. I don't want those things no more, because at the end of the day, the same men that these women are married to is the same ones that's knocking on my door. So here it is, I can have a husband, but stop be sharing some other woman's husband who told her at the altar that he loves her, she's everything she wants, but here he is at my house, in between my legs, doing some drilling with his mouth. But yet up in her face, acting all like a hardcore man. It's not a good place to be. And I wouldn't want to welcome anybody to it. But it's just mentally exhausting when you have to keep opening the door to another piece of pain. And the thing about it, some say, well, Raven, you attract what you are. Then what is that, garbage? Because I attract rich men, firemen, I attract everything. And a lot of girls like us do, we attract everything. Now everybody's not bad. But at the end of the day, The story gets old and it sounds too familiar. When too many of us are saying the same thing, is anybody listening? I watched one of other girls' blogs and stuff, heard them say the same thing I'm saying, if not more in depth. I even got dudes following me that they just, it's like, you good. But for some reason they feel entitled to me. And you got a wife, and you got a family, but you feel entitled to me. I don't want you dating nobody. I don't want you seeing nobody, but you got a whole wife. Oh, you always bring that up. So why would I want a man? Why would I want a husband? Now all I try to do is find a man that penises that work, that's a comfortable size for mother's body. Because at the end of the day, you're not going up inside of me with a Coke can, trying to rip my insides while I'm bleeding around the house like a dog in heat. No, it's not going to happen. So you could actually forget that. So if I do decide to have sex with a man, and it actually become pleasurable, a small size preferred. I'm not a mandingo person. I like something you can enjoy if I get to that point. I don't even enjoy it no more. This is the reason why I think I was heading towards lesbians, is because I don't enjoy having sex with men no more. And I've lost that desire to be in love with one. I just lost it. But I don't want to be on that side of the fence with the females, only because of my past experience with one female who popped up on my dream last night. We'll go talk about that. But it's just, I lost my thing for men. I don't see him the same way. So I just don't think I'm in love with them like I used to be. In fact, I know I'm not. Anyway, I spent most of yesterday looking at dead people to see if somebody in my family died. I saw a couple of people die. Well, one person, well, two persons. And it was interesting. Actually, three persons. Can't share too much of that either, y'all, because they may be listening to me. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you as far as the date y'all saw me on live with. And he showed up. It's almost 9 o'clock. That's a whole lot of talking. And then I did the talk with the journalist. HAAPS. I was with a journalist talking in reference to basically the girls that was being murdered. And here is the app it's called. Let me see this. You can sign up there and basically where it was, I went live and stuff with him. And basically talked about trans women being murdered and stuff. And have a conversation about that. And it was very interesting of what went down. Make sure y'all can see this. You know, so it was very interesting. Give you a little sample.
She doing the work as far as putting everything together and sharing it through social media. Social media is a really big platform that can share a lot of things quicker and faster. And I do feel as though me and a lot of others.
So as you see, I did the interview and stuff, and it was with a journalist here. So, okay, that was part 2. Actually, the first one went longer. So you can check out the whole interview. I tried to go live for y'all to see it, but it didn't work out. So this is what it went down. Y'all can go there and look at the whole interview. You have a blessed day. And let me be clear. He's not the first man that I had my guard down to try to go inside of me without protection. He's not the first man that had to fight off me. Some girls be like, oh, just go ahead and take it. Just take it now. Because I know if I let you just take it, you're taking everything with you. That means you're taking my spirit, my soul, and my body right out the door with you. Because everything I once was before you walked in the door, you canceled it. You killed it. Now, it's not always a set in stone thing like, well, they gave you stuff. Sometimes they don't. But for my own insurance, I can't trust that. And that's always been a problem. If I ever had a man, a boyfriend, a husband, could I take the protection off? And the thing would be no. No. I don't trust you. And I would say the minute you start beginning to trust is when you get something. I have to get to a point in my life where I trust men and I don't. But that happened on a date, and I want to let y'all know what went down in case y'all wanted to get details. I know y'all knows. You know, I could share everything. But no, I did share everything if I could. You know, but my message to this whole thing is no matter how he treats you, still keep that condom on. My phone is not cut off, but y'all didn't hear the phone ring once. So protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much he screamed and cried that he wanted to be with me, I mean crying. It was all a trick. Just a trick. And I know we got to tell him to delete my number, but if he really wanted me, he would have still kept calling. He didn't call because he didn't really want me. He wanted to work on my mental. Like I said before, he wanted to see if I was in the grave. He wanted to see if I was a person who walked 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out. Or he wanted to see if I was the kind of person that was basically walking in a dead body that hasn't been buried yet. But what he found out was it was a bitch that's been risen that hasn't been defeated. So he tried to find another technique to break down my spirit, to use tears. How many times y'all cried over us being murdered? How many times y'all stood up when y'all heard of one of us being murdered? Y'all got quiet. Some of y'all act like y'all don't even remember us. So now I don't see it that way. I see things totally different, especially a person who's always telling the same story over and over and over. And here it is, I'm laying in the bed with a man that possibly could be like with them men who killed these girls. Still free. A lot of girls been murdered. The guys are still free, y'all. The way things is being set up now, they didn't want us to use the pictures of our sisters being murdered as well as protecting the killer. Free. Free. Like I told y'all, I'm being attacked behind the scenes. So please take my words, what I say, very, very, very serious. It's a lot going on. Have a blessed stay Sunday. Be well, be blessed. I love you guys. Is it Sunday? I think so. If not, have a blessed day. Talk to you later.